believe it was shortly after 9/11. Some skinheads came to my house, and they busted all of our house windows. They were screaming obscenities and using such vulgar language, saying, "Nigger, get out the house," "Towelhead, get out the house, we're gonna kill you." My mom was totally petrified. My parents were divorced, so it was just my mom at the house. I was actually sleeping when all this was going on, although I can hear the yelling and the screaming in the background.
We know how to find the terrorists among us. Profile, profile, profile. Wayne, this is the most controversial topic we've ever done on Cashing In, but isn't it time to profile?
Well, Eric, absolutely. I mean, it just makes common sense. I mean, if you're looking for a fugitive who's, say, a white male over 50 years of age, I mean, you're going to profile. You're going to look for that person. You're not going to look for somebody who's 21. So yes, absolutely, you should profile. You've got to profile.
What about it? Are we trampling or treading on the Constitution by saying maybe it's time to profile?
Well, Eric, we should be we should have been profiling on September 12th, 2001. I mean, just let's take a trip down memory lane here. The last war this country won, we put Japanese Americans in internment camps. We dropped nuclear bombs on residential city centers. So, yeah, I think profile would be at least a good start.
In fact, Pew Research, they did a study that shows that after September 11th, the approval rating of Islam and Muslims in America was at 62%. That has now dropped in 2014 to 27%. And that begs the question, why is it that as we go further away from that incident, that Islamophobic rhetoric seems to increase? And the reason is that here we've discovered that there is an industry within inside the United States called the Islamophobia industry. It's a coin we term. And this industry has spent within the last 4 years at the very least $128 million for the sole purpose of demonizing Islam and Muslims. One of them is an individual called Pamela Geller. She runs an organization which is a blog hate site, and basically what they've been doing periodically is they run anti-Islam ad campaign on buses, on billboards. And of course, when a city says they don't want this type of hate campaign, Pamela Geller's group, they sue the city to force them to run their type of negative campaign. One specific example is in the state of Missouri, Joplin. Missouri is only about 4 hours from St. Louis. That was the first Islamic center in U.S. history to be physically burned down by an anti-Muslim racist. For example, in 2010, we saw for the first time in U.S. history laws that would specifically discriminate against a religion. Now, this one individual wrote it, but then it got introduced into 27 states. American Muslims have first of all benefited from Western society, from the freedom of religion, from the opportunity that come within America and Europe and Australia and many other countries in getting an education, in the right to get an education, having homes and whatnot. And we've in reciprocal benefited the society in that you see in America, the majority of the doctors that are now going into that field are Muslims. Many of the professors, the intellectuals, the engineers are Muslims. In fact, even in Microsoft, I think the CEO or the second person for the Xbox line that's come out, he's a Muslim. So you see Muslims in every level of society inside these Western cultures, they've assimilated, they pay taxes, they are by and large don't go to jail, they're by and large more educated, more wealthier than the survivors.
Islam is the fastest growing religion in the United States, and it's one-fourth of the population. Over 1 billion people are Muslim, practicing Muslim, and 99.9% of them are doing it correctly, peacefully.
Because they're Muslim, because we have this faith, it keeps us away from extremism.